not in the fucking recording, fuck it. Look at this dumb bird. I spit out a peppermint. He decided it was food. Dumb bird. Can't figure out why he can't open it. Like, it's tasty, but I don't understand why I can't get it. Dumb bird. Hey guys, so I'm on the trail. I'm paddling out. I got a southeast wind, so it's kind of pushing me over here, so I'm gonna pause it in a second because I'm going into the grass. So so I got it going the right direction. It's about 2:30 is when we launched. We waited a little bit long on the day, but not a big deal. I got the map in my pocket. I think it's about 4 or 5 miles. So I got everything in the boat. It didn't pack out the same way I did on land. Just probably need more experience. So not a big deal. I did see a gator, like a 5-foot gator, as soon as I started paddling. I am using this big long paddle. I know y'all can't see all of it. It's like 12 foot long. It's almost as long as a canoe. And probably gonna have to pause again for a second, fellas. Yep. So I had to paddle back over to the other shore. The wind's from the southeast, so it's pushing me diagonally that way. Give me a... Sorry, there was a tree right there. Good thing about the southeast wind is pushing from behind me, so I'm not fighting it, which is great because I don't feel like fighting it. So I love this big paddle already. 12 foot long. It's basically a kayak paddle, and it goes to my flat stalker, which I'm probably going to be selling when I get back. But I'm keeping this paddle. Very easy to use. You don't have to pick up your arms a lot. Heck, I'm steering the boat while I have the camera in my hand. So, I mean, the boat's loaded out pretty heavy, probably more than it really should be. I'm definitely at the 600, 700 pound capacity for this boat, but everything I've got in here is what I need. That's all that matters. So I'll probably spend a little bit more time with the new canoe I'm getting, and I'm gonna pause again. So I'm just gonna pause y'all, and y'all can see me at the dock. It's about 6 miles, really, is the way I'm reading it. I might be wrong, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna stay in 2 nights on the dock, tonight and tomorrow night, and I'm gonna hit the shore. So I'll see you then. So I think we got our first little break here. See how strong the wind is. Give me a second. So I think if you take a right, you basically go in and you make a big circle. I need to stick to the left, so we're sticking to the left. And I am actually seeing a lot of bait fish jump. I wish I had my fishing rod near me. It's a little bit far for me to grab, and I don't want to tip the boat. Oop, oop, oop. Don't wind's starting to take my paddle. See, there's my paddle. It might be 10 foot long. It might be 12, who knows? I'll measure it later, do another video on that. But I highly suggest this paddle. It's a stiffy push pole. I actually don't know if this is how the original flat stalker poles were. So I think I can see the platform in the distance. So I'll keep you in tuned. All right. So if you go right, it takes you into a different lake. If you go left, it takes you to the floating dock. Which, sorry about that, I had to switch paddles. Although the big long paddle is really nice, I keep a regular paddle, canoe paddle in the boat, just because you get into these narrow splits and everything, you can't use a big paddle. But I can actually see, yep, you can see it right there in that far one there is a floating dock. So we're gonna paddle there and I'll talk to you then. We have made it. Took us about an hour. Not bad. I did end up forgetting one important thing. Toilet paper. I do have toilet paper in the truck. I forgot to put it in the canoe. So I'll probably make a trip back in the morning. Not super worried about it tonight. I've got paper towels. So I'll swap this around and show you all the platform. So there's my canoe. Wind's coming directly this way. You can see maybe way off in there is where I started. So I think that's about 6 miles. I'm gonna set up my tent over here. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna do that since I can't stake it down. But there's very little wind from behind this column. You might wonder, why is there a column here? The column's here, privacy, I guess, while you do your business. I'm not sure why else it would be here or why it's so tall. So this is the big side, and this is where most people camp actually, because they bring a big tent. I bought a small tent right before I came, and I set it up last night. It's pretty small, only 7 foot by barely 4 foot. My air mattress barely fits in. So, but it sets up real quickly, so it's nice. And this is kind of how I'm going to be set up for the next couple of days. I've got 2 soft-sided coolers. The blue one kind of sucks, but it's what I got. Got bottled water. I've got my like a 1.5 gallons of water there for cleaning. I've got my lantern, which is full. It runs out. I'll make a trip back in the morning, which I doubt it will. They're supposed to run like 14 hours. I do have my canoe emergency kit, which is staying on the dock with me. It's got flares and stuff. Bag's got my sleeping bag in it and some other things. My clothes bag. So all this will be covered in the big video. This is just a quick introduction video. But yeah, so we're here. I mean, that wasn't really bad. Only an hour or so. It might be 2 hours to get back here if the wind's fighting me, so hopefully I don't have to deal with that when I go back. But I'm not even, this thing's barely floating off of like 2 inches. Barely. Yeah. So that's how that goes. Hey guys. So I'm calling the trip short. Stayed 1 night on the platform. Wasn't bad, wasn't great. I got ate up by mosquitoes last night and this morning. Not really last night, but this morning about 3 or 4 o'clock, the wind died down completely. And I mean, I'm not sure if you can tell all the bumps on my hand. So I'm just calling it. So I'm paddling back and I'm done. The platform's kind of cool. It's better as a trip. It is better as a, if I was gonna do it again, I'd do it to where, yeah, I'd book it for probably 3 or 4 nights and spend 2 nights on the beach fishing and 1 night on the platform. There's not much to do on the platform, but you can go fish the little lake that's there.